explain and demonstrate for the program 1 loop and add in part 1C for lab 3. So here we need to calculate the parameter of hexagon 1 and parameter of hexagon 2, which is the sum of the same length of side. So, and after that, we will total up parameter hexagon 1 and parameter hexagon 2 and store it into total parameters. So in this program, we need to get two values from keyboard, which is we need to ask user to input and store the value into side hex 1 and side hex 2 with 32 bits unsigned integers. Okay, after that, we need to calculate both of the parameters by using the loop and add instruction, and then store the results into parameter hexagon 1 and parameter hexagon 2, and also the 32 bits unsigned integer. Then we need to add these two parameters and save into total parameter variables and show the output as the figure 2 show. Okay, so here I will demonstrate the code by, okay, first of all, I will explain about the data we declare. So since it is 32-bit unsigned integer, so we will use d word as our data type. And as mentioned, we need to declare for side hex 1, side hex 2, parameter hexagon 1, parameter hexagon 2, and total parameters. And here is the message that we will display later. So here I will press F5 to show the output. Okay, as we can see, we will call the line 24 is used to clear the screen. Here we will call we will move the offset message 1 into EDX and call write string to display this line of output. After that, the clear SECR1033 is to move to the next line. And also we do the same thing to output the prompt 1 to ask users to input the value of the side length of hexagon 1. Here we will follow the sample output given, which is 21, and then is do the same thing for prompt 2, which is 32. As we can see, actually we call read that to read the decimal value and store it. For example, the 21 we will store into side hex 1 and 32 we will store into side hex 2. And here we will start our loop by move the value 0 into EAX as our initial value, and then 6 move to ECX as the condition. Then we move side hex 1 into EBX to start a loop. We will start adding EAX with EBX. After we finish the loop, we will store the result of EAX into parameter hexagon 1. Then we do the same thing for parameter hexagon 2, but we only change the EBX by storing the value of side hex 2. After we finish the loop, we will store the EAX value of EAX into parameter hexagon 2. And here we will move these two values, parameter hexagon 1 into EAX, and add it with hexagon 2 and store into total parameters. Okay, this is the LPT1, which is to show the parameter hexagon 1 and 2. And here we will call writeDex to display the value of parameter hexagon 1 and parameter hexagon 2. And then last but not least, we will call the OPT2, which is total parameter hexagon 1 and 2. And then we will move total parameter into EAX and call writeDex to display the 318, which is the total of parameter hexagon 1 and hexagon 2. After that, we call one more CRLF to move to the next line. So here is all about the program 1 in part 1C, and here is the output, which is shown in the figure 2.
Program 2. Here, I will declare the data that show the output for the sample output program 2. The hello, it will duplicate 6 times, means store the array of hello. Total even is store the total even number. Total odd store the total odd number. Here, move the offset of MSG, this one, into the EDX register. Call write string is print out the string or MSG. Call CRLF is create new line. Then move the offset of hello into the EDI register and move the value of 6 to ECX register, because for the input loop we need to run 6 times. First, I will debug first. First one, it will print out the PRM integer input, and call read that is read the decimal number that user will input. Then it will move the input into the array EDI and add the EDI to 4, because the next array is 4. And this is for the first loop. I will continue to input. After that, for the even loop, I will move 0 into the EAX register, move the offset of hello into the EXI, means array 0, and move 3 into the ECX, because even array we have 3. And then we will move the array ESI into the EAX and add the ESI to 8, because the next array is 8. And this is the even loop, and it will run 3 times. After that, move the total EAX into the total even. And for the odd loop, we do the same thing, but the difference is we add the ESI to 4, because the first odd array is 4. And it is similar for the even loop. We just move the EX into the total op. And for the output, we print out the OPT, the result, and print out the even, sum hello even, and print correct that is print out the decimal value for the total even 90, and print out the odd, sum hello odd, print out total odd 105. That's all. Part 2C here, this is the data that show the output of main menu. And for the select is let user to select 1 or 2 to access program 1 or program 2. Here if select. So for the chart in is let user to input either Y or N to continue or exit the program. So here this is the data from program 1 and program 2. For the main menu first, call SECR is clear the screen. After that, we move the offset of menu title into EDX register. Call right string, print out the menu title, create new line. Then we do the same thing. After that, we will read the decimal that user will input and move EX that user input into the select. Then compare the select to 1. If the select is 1, here it will jump to perihex loop at from line 78 until line 141. So here, first we will clear the screen and execute what we do for the program 1. And the last line, it will jump to prompt continue. Later I will explain. So if the select is true, it will jump to calculate sum or even from line 143 until 205. So here, we also will clear the screen and execute the code from program 2. And last line, it also will jump to prompt continue. First, we will print out the continue or exit, press Y or N. After that, it will read the character, the user input, and print out the character. It will move the input into char in. So if char in is Y, it will jump to main menu. And here, after that, compare the char in to N. If it is N, so it will jump to exit program. So it will print out by and exit.
We demonstrate the output and also explain certain codes that are related. So here, I will press F5 to display the output. So as you can see here, they will display the main menu with 2 selections that allow users to input what they want to do. So here is this segment is display this main menu, and then we call the read desk to read the decimal value. For example, if I choose 1, then they will jump to perihex loop app. So let's see what is inside it. So it is basically same with the program 1 we did in program in part 1C, which is they will call users to input the side length of hexagon 1 and then hexagon 2. Then here they will display the result of parameter hexagon 1 and 2 and the total of these 2 parameters. And after, you can see at the end of this section, they will jump to prompt continue. Let's see what inside the prompt continue. Our prompt continue will display this message to know the further actions. So here they will ask us if we press Y, we will go to main menu, and N, we will exit it. So here I will demonstrate what happens if we press Y. So press Y, we will jump back to main menu. Okay, as you can see in our main menu, we will call the clear screen to clear the screen so you cannot see what we did before. So right now I will use this opportunity to show what happened if I press 2. So if I press 2, then they will jump to calculate sum or even. So what's inside it is also basically same with what we did for program 2 in part 1C. So here they will ask users to input 6 value using a loop. Then they will calculate the sum of even index and also sum of odd index. So here I will input the value like what the sample output showed. Okay, so as you can see here, they calculate the sum even index and also sum of the over index. So here we will call to display the output, and then at same we will jump to prompt continue. So you can see the same line that asks users to press Y or N will shown here. So here I will demonstrate what happens if we press N. So here if we press N, we will output the message by thank you, bye, and then we will exit this program. That's all the demonstration of the output for this program part 2C in our lab 3.